official, so we'll ask Coach Rock why he chose to go to Texas A&M, why the struggles continue with ECU basketball, and was he surprised when Jaden Gardner announced he was transferring. All that and more coming up with Steve Roccaforte in the 4 o'clock hour. Troy D will join me at 5 o'clock. We'll talk to Ryan Robinson. He'll have some ticket information, some parking information, all you need to know regarding the Greenville Regional. Got that at 5 o'clock. Stephen Igoe will join us in the 5 o'clock hour as well. And I knew I forgot something. Jeff Nadu will talk some NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball, maybe some Stanley Cup playoffs as well. Hurricanes in action tonight with everything going on in the sports world. Easy to forget all that is going on. So we'll go over that for 10 minutes or so with Jeff Nadu towards the end of this hour one. All right, I think that's everything. Are we up? We're up on Facebook. We're up on YouTube. And Jonathan Ellerbe is up joining me inside the Pirate Radio studios. Hello, Jonathan.
Just in time, Clip, on this happy Tuesday. Not a Monday. Everybody thinks it's a Monday today.
It has felt like that several times. I think I've said Tuesday every time throughout the show, although I probably will get that mixed up. Feels like a Monday. It is a Tuesday, which means we're one day closer to Pirate baseball at Clark LeClaire Stadium.
Exciting day on Monday. Exciting Sunday when East Carolina was officially announced as one of the regional hosts, and then we got to know who the teams come to town. We're going to be on Monday, and there's a buzz in the air. People are excited about regional baseball. There is some excitement for ECU athletics, and we're going to help add to some of that excitement this week with the fun promotion we're doing.
Yeah, we got, so real quick, today, talked about all those guests coming up later this week. And hey, we got the birthday boy coming up in a few days. Corey Glore will join us on the show. Just saw that it's his birthday. Happy birthday,
Today's Corey Glore's birthday.
We'll talk to the play-by-play voice of the Pirates later on this week. Jake Agnos will talk about his great regional performance from a couple years ago and about his brother, Zach Agnos. We'll talk to Jake coming up later on this week. That's coming up on Wednesday. On Thursday, we'll talk to the hero from the 2009 Greenville Regional. Devin Harris had the big homer against South Carolina and then the walk-off hit to win the Greenville Regional. We will talk to Devin Harris coming up on Thursday. We'll get a closer look at Norfolk State. You may remember David Hall from the Kinston Free Press. He is now in Virginia covering Virginia Cavaliers, Old Dominion, Norfolk State. So he's got a good scouting report on the Spartans. We'll hear that coming up on Thursday. And, you know, Mully, Malcolm Gray, everybody's going to join in and get you set for this upcoming Greenville Regional. Going to be a lot of fun, Ellerbe. And we're adding to the fun here at Pirate Radio, Ellerbe, with the new Pirate Radio Birdhouse T-shirt. People have seen the design online. People are going crazy for it, and they want to know, Ellerbe, how can they get one of these?
Yeah, so we've teased it over the Memorial Day weekend, and these shirts are at the press to get printed right now. And this Friday is when the regionals are going to start. ECU plays at noon, and it's a real simple process. You need to go to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page. You can see a picture of the Pirate Radio Birdhouse shirt, but we're going to be down at UBE. Pirate Radio is going to be down at UBE. They're going to open up an hour early at 9 o'clock on Friday morning, and we're going to give away these Birdhouse shirts for free, Clip. Absolutely free. No purchase necessary. One per person when you come in, so only one per person while supplies last. We'll be there when the doors open at 9 a.m., and we'll hand out these awesome T-shirts, and hopefully a lot of folks will wear them out to Clark LeClaire or wear them to your favorite sports bar or wear them on your couch when you're pulling for the Pirates this weekend. It's just kind of a fun promotion. We wanted to kind of add some excitement to the Greenville Regional, so the Birdhouse theme has been really cool with the East Carolina baseball team this year after they've hit home runs, and we thought what a cool idea, and the design worked out great. We're going to have the shirts ready, and real simple. We'll be at UBE at 9 o'clock when they open up, and free shirts. No purchase necessary, just one per person while supplies last.
I've got this question a lot. I'll get it more. Ellerbe, I know you have as well. If you're an out-of-towner, how do you get one? Well, you contact somebody in Greenville and say, give me a shirt.
Or contact somebody willing to drive to UBE on Friday and get in line by 9 o'clock, and we'll get them a free shirt. It's just one of these things that we can't open up the window for online orders quite yet. If it goes well and we the Pirates can keep winning, or if there's a demand for them, maybe we'll have another run. But these free shirts, promotional shirts, will be available this Friday starting at 9 a.m. at UBE. And once again, it's real simple. It's only one per person, so
you can't bring a list and say my cousin wants one. No, it's one per body.
Yes, so bring your son, bring your daughter, bring your wife, bring your husband, bring your uncle, bring your cousin. Come down to UBE, get ready. I mean, Cliff Godwin's already said, let's take the day off.
Rent a church van.
Yes.
Pile all your friends in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Load up the bus from Cypress Glen. Come on over. Do whatever it takes. But it's first come, first serve. We'll do it orderly. We have a variety of sizes, but we'll do as supplies last based on the sizes we have. And it'll just be fun. And then maybe get some more gear while you're at UBE if you want to. But certainly a fun t-shirt. It's the Birdhouse t-shirt promotion. All about free, all about having fun for this regional week, adding some excitement for ECU baseball.
Ellerbe, the very happy edition of the Pirate Radio ECU Baseball Recap from Brandon Manning with Farm Bureau Insurance. You can give him a call, 531-1812. Brandon's clients always have his cell phone number. He's available before and after business hours. The former Pirate, Brandon Manning, very excited, Ellerbe, to head to Clark LeClaire Stadium with a lot of his friends, because the Pirates will be hosting a regional, and the teams were announced yesterday. I was over there at Town Bank Tower, and I noticed that over the years, although, we didn't have one of these last year, so everybody's excited to get back to regional baseball. But it's all about expectations, right, with any team. Like, if you expect to have a bad season and you make the postseason, you are overwhelmed when you find out that you're going to a regional. Fairfield, who went whatever in 2 and 3 this year, lost 3 games, still were on the bubble because of the competition they played. So when they heard their name announced, you saw the video, they were excited. They were fist pumping, high-fiving. For ECU, they knew they were hosting, so they saw their name, and the players there, it was like a round of golf claps. It was like, yes, we know.
Not the golf claps with Phil Mickelson. No. Not that kind of golf claps.
It was a little subdued because they expect to be there. They knew they were going to host. And it's like, all right, we took care of this. We had a great regular season, won a championship. We did what we needed to do in the conference tournament.
And, the super regional is the goal now. Get through the regional, maybe go 3-0 and get to maybe Vanderbilt, or maybe if there's an upset in Nashville this week.
We're hoping there's an upset.
That the Pirates won't have to travel and they can host it here in Greenville again. So a lot of exciting stuff that can happen. But, yeah, the expectation is for not only Greenville to be for ECU to be in a regional, but for that regional to be in Greenville right now. And I don't know if we've gotten to the point where we expect to be a top 8 seed yet, but certainly 3 straight years in a row of hosting a regional. It's uncharted waters. It's really, really cool stuff that Coach Cliff Godwin is doing with his baseball program, and I hope a lot of folks will take advantage of getting out to Clark LeClaire this weekend and don't take it for granted. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. Norfolk State, I know everybody's probably expecting. That's the big talk right now. It's like, I guess we're saving Gavin
Question
Williams.
of the day, who's the starter on Friday?
Yeah, everybody I talk to is, no one's mentioning Gavin Williams, except they're like, well, he's got to go Saturday and we get Wisenhunt on Sunday. But you can't take anybody for granted in this. It's
a two-sided coin. If you say you can't take it for granted, then okay, let's throw Gavin. But you're playing to win the regional, not to win just Friday. So you've got to save your bigger arms for better opponents. That's just the reality.
It's like the double elimination NFL survivor.
Or I could save one for later.
Right.
It's a tough call.
Do I want to save this 10-point favorite for 3 weeks from now, or like Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, or teams that are going to win? So that's the question that Cliff Godwin and all his staff will be talking about, and they may already have it, I'm sure, figured out. But that'll be fun, and we'll know later this week. And then
I asked Cliff yesterday if he was ready to name a starter or when that would come. He said it would not be on Monday. He said it probably wouldn't be on Tuesday. He said by Wednesday. He'll know, and it might be out there. So we might know the answer to that coming up about 24 hours from now.
And the one thing different this time is East Carolina's playing in the first game. and I like that move because of, there's the potential of rain a lot of days later this week. So I like that move that the Pirates went ahead and got the noon slot or the first game slot. That way, if there is any weather that gets the game pushed back, or I think that's an advantage for the home team in hosting.
Shirley, Cliff Godwin too. He was asked about why choosing the early game, why not play at 6:00 on Friday, and here was his answer yesterday.
Yep, I'll be totally. Hey, a lot of times I'm not totally transparent with you. I'll be transparent with you. In 18, I wanted the kids to see I wanted the kids to be part of the fans. Like, I wanted the place to be packed. Our guys had never hosted. I wanted them. 19, kind of the same thing. 19, we came very close to if State and Campbell were able to finish that game, and the NCAA rep was like, 10 o'clock, we're going to go back. Then we would have had to play a doubleheader on Saturday as a 1 seed. That's a competitive disadvantage. With COVID and a lot of more people being able to work online virtually instead of being in person, and I think people will take days off work to be at the regional at noon on Friday after not having this place packed. So all those things went into it, and I talked to John, I talked to JJ, and said, hey, look, I want to play game one, and so we're going to play game one.
All right, there's the answer from the skipper, Cliff Godwin, as to why he's choosing to play game one instead of game two. He says, from a fan perspective, it might be better at 6, but he's expecting after a year off, people to take off work, get your kids out of school, get over to the ballpark, go watch the Pirates, and there's many other factors there too, as Ellerbe was saying, with the weather, with trying to avoid double headers, but play early, get it in, get that one done, and get ready for the rest of the tournament between game 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's 100% no brainer. I love that. I would keep that for future if the Pirates could host the regionals, but definitely for this Friday, I like it. Hopefully, it's a nice day for Pirate fans to get out and enjoy some lunchtime, some tailgating, and watch a Pirate victory. I think that's the most important thing, and winning on Friday is the most important thing. We've seen the Pirates battle back after not winning on a Friday, and it's kind of stressful, but you definitely want to go ahead and try to knock out game one.
Valerie on Facebook Live asking, any idea when Pirate Club members will know if they were selected for tickets?
It was my understanding, I ordered tickets today, that you would know Wednesday night, or Wednesday. So it was when they're going to send out all the emails. Now is if you get parking. Like I requested, parking or whatever. So, and Ryan Robinson will have all these details.
We'll talk to him at 5:00.
Yeah, so I would think if you've ordered tickets now, you're going to get tickets to the regional, and that this definitely, it wasn't sold out as of a few hours ago. So I would think go ahead, if you're a Pirate Club member, you want to go ahead and get that locked in by Tuesday evening by calling or doing it online, because it's going to be open to everyone, I think, on Wednesday.
If you have any questions you want us to pass along to Ryan Robinson coming up at 5, put them on Facebook Live, send us a tweet. We'll pass the question along to Ryan when he joins Troy D and I at 5:00. So, the stage is set. Ellerbe, any thoughts on the Pirates getting a 13? Should it have been higher? Is that where you expected?
I think it's probably about right. I didn't think, once you're not in the top 8, it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't think you want to be 16 because Arkansas is so good, but I don't think.
Vanderbilt has the best 1-2 pitching combination in America. How many names of players do you know from other college baseball teams?
0.
Well, they have the Rocker kid, Kumar Rocker, and also Leiter's kid, Jack Leiter, Al Leiter's son. Those are their 1 and 2.
Is that John Rocker's son?
No, it is not.
I was just you were going with references of former pitchers. I was like, it seems like we were just talking about, where is John Rocker?
Leiter is the kid of Al Leiter. Right. Rocker is not the son of John Rocker, which would be really interesting.
Yeah, that would be. But look, the SEC, Arkansas. I did watch some of the Arkansas-Tennessee game. Arkansas looks incredible. They won every SEC series they've played in this year. They only lost 10 games. They are really good. Vanderbilt is going to be extremely hard, but you can't worry about Vanderbilt right now until you got to get through Norfolk State, Charlotte, and Maryland. But let's see how it rolls. You just never know. And to answer your question, I think the way they finished, losing 3 games in a row, that probably didn't help them with falling maybe from a 10 to maybe a 13, if that in the big picture of things of how the selection committee did it. But I don't know if that's going to look to get to Omaha. You got to beat a great team. And that's what it's gonna take. Whether that's Vanderbilt in the next round, or whether that's somebody that comes to Greenville, that's going to be a hot team that went through that Nashville regional and upset Vanderbilt and the other two teams there. So take care of business this week. And if the Pirates, they need to start peaking, and now is the time to get it done this weekend and hopefully next weekend.
Yeah, and as far as a super regional matchup, maybe the Pirates did not get the best outcome of that, but Ronnie Woodward went super nerd yesterday and broke down all of the RPIs of the teams in all the regions. And as far as ECU goes, Charlotte with the 29 RPI, 10th among number twos. Maryland is 15th RPI amongst the threes, and Norfolk State is 15th amongst all the teams that are 4 seeds in the RPI. So on paper, ECU got a really good draw, it appears, in their regional.
I think the biggest factor is, and Brian Bailey was by here earlier, and that UNC, NC State, and Duke, one of them did not end up in Greenville.
I was very surprised at that.
I thought for sure, and after I did watch Duke win the ACC tournament over NC State, I thought for sure Duke or State would be down here.
I thought ECU would be one of the, on the back end of the 1 seeds. NC State would be at the high end of the 2s and would have them paired up because the Wolfpack had a really strong run at the end of the year. But yeah, I was shocked at that, Ellerbe, and quite frankly, kind of surprised, kind of happy about it. I like to see some new teams, even though we've seen Charlotte in here already this year. It was a long time ago. ECU was able to sweep the 49ers, but to avoid an ACC team, I'm happy about that.
I look at it. I was hoping for, and particularly NC State, they would have brought some fans. It was fun. When them and Campbell were here last time, I just when Wilmington was here, they added a little spice to the regional too. Hey, look, to me, it's fun.
It is fun, but at this point with ECU baseball, I go to see ECU baseball, not the opponent.
Oh, I agree.
I realize that in basketball and football, a lot of fans get excited about the opponent rather than ECU. But for me, whatever.
It's just, not that it won't be fun to eliminate the 3 teams here, but it's real fun to eliminate teams, especially in the ACC. But that will not happen this year. As you still look at Maryland, you go, oh, Big Ten. Does that still throw you off when you see Maryland there? You're like, you still think of them as ACC or no?
Yeah, just wait till you hear the Roccaforte interview, Ellerbe, which I actually recorded before the show to pull the curtain back.
Yeah,
and I reeled off all the teams in the Big 12 because he's going to Texas A&M, and then I said, "Oh wait, they're in the SEC." So, and it's kind of a funny moment because Coach he says, "Yeah, I was going to see how long it would take you to remember that Texas A&M is in the SEC." So yes, Maryland still looks like an ACC team to me when I see them on paper. Texas A&M should be in the Big 12.
Did you have Missouri in the Big 12 when you were rolling off your list?
We need to get rid of all this realignment and put them back where they should be.
Right.
Anyway, Maryland certainly does not register Big 10 when I see it.
And, Cooch Manor had that no-hitter. Perfect game against Maryland. So the Pirates have some familiarity of playing them. But, hey, look. Let's get it done against Norfolk State. Get in, hopefully, not use a lot of pitching, score, get the bats hot, and then hopefully Charlotte and Maryland do the opposite. Use a lot of pitching and battle each other.
Play a 14-inning game until 2 a.m. On Saturday morning.
Yes.
And
maybe have a weather delay.
Yeah, let's get a weather delay.
And then the Pirates get the winner on Saturday afternoon over perfect sunny skies, hopefully at Clark LeClaire Stadium with Clip Brock on the PA.
I will be there on Saturday. Really looking forward to it. Looking forward to talking to a packed house at Clark LeClaire Stadium for the first time this year.
Yeah, maybe you'll have to start getting in mode like you did earlier this year where you were just, you missed doing PA and you were running around yelling at people.
And it's been a long layoff with 2 straight weeks on the road. So I'm looking forward to being back in the captain's chair coming up all day on Saturday. And of course, weather will definitely be a factor. It's just a matter of how big of a factor it always is these regional weekends. And so just get ready, Pirate fans, for some long, fun days of baseball out at Clark LeClaire.
Yeah, just plan for the expected and be prepared for the unexpected.
All right, there's the ECU baseball recap brought to you by Brandon Manning with Farm Bureau Insurance. Ellerbe.
Speaking of Brandon Manning, while you know, all his clients have his cell phone number.
Yeah.
For people that want to get a birdhouse shirt, you should become a client of Brandon Manning and send him down to go get you a birdhouse shirt.
Yeah, 531-1812.
Yeah, so I mean that's he can get one. So I mean that's just the opportunity that I know he likes to talk baseball with people.
Is this like? And I do have a mustache currently. Like back when we were kids, and we knew it didn't work or anything. We just did it to be funny. But we'd go get like when we were at the mall, we'd get a sample of the Chick-fil-A nuggets, the free sample, and then we'd like exchange hats or like put our shirt on inside out like we were different people and go get another one. Could I go? Could I go to UBE? Get a shirt, run to my car, shave the mustache, and then go back up.
Be like, hey, Clip. Good to see you again.
Who?
My name is Juan.
Who?
Yes.
That's Friday. They're going to open early at 9 a.m.
Yes.
at UBE. The free Birdhouse Pirate Radio shirt ready to go for the regional.
Yeah, we have them all over our social media. You can see what the design's like if you want to get a free shirt for the weekend, or hey, look, maybe you want to get a free shirt for your dad for Father's Day, which is coming up in a few weeks. Come down and see us at UBE. We'll be down there at 9 o'clock, right when they open. Hopefully we'll get a good crowd and should kick off the fun weekend that is going to be the Greenville Regional.
All right, Ellerbe, man, how about the NBA playoffs? How about that game last night?
Don't know anything about the NBA playoffs. I did get
Ellerbe, how about game one between the Canes and the Lightning?
I did watch that.
Yeah, that was kind of a bummer. That was a great game.
2-1.
Yeah.
The place was rocking in there.
It'll be rocking tonight. Game 2, 7:30, Hurricanes and Tampa Bay. There is other stuff going on in the world. We are your headquarters for the 2021 Greenville Regional, but we'll talk a little bit about what else is happening in the world of sports. But yeah, Canes game 2 tonight, and really need to win. Don't want to go to Tampa down 0-2. And that was a thriller on Sunday. Canes had a lot of opportunities there late to try to get the equalizer, but could not do it.
Yeah, and I watched a lot of the game with a friend of mine that's a really big Hurricanes fan, and he was saying that the Lightning's 2 best players are back available for this series, so that this is a really challenging series. And I think if they don't win that game number 2, it could be trouble for the Canes season, leaving Raleigh 0-2.
Steve with a question, and we'll talk about this more with Ronnie and folks a little later. He said, why is South Carolina a 2 seed in the Columbia Regional? Why are they a host as a 2 seed? Old Dominion did not put in a request, a bid to get a regional there in Norfolk. Yeah. And so I was surprised when I saw that. I mean, it makes sense. Because I even asked Ronnie and Igoe while the selection show was going on at the Town Bank Tower, who's going to be going to the Columbia Regional? Like, none of these teams are even around there. And then the last team they put up was South Carolina. I was like, oh, yeah, South Carolina fans will be there. So, kind of, isn't that unfair, though, that they get to host as a 2 seed?
If many people remember back in the day, East Carolina was the 1 seed at LSU.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and it was not it was, and of course LSU was in that regional, and it was not a fun. I
would think South Carolina should have to be shipped off somewhere since they're a 2.
But it's all about making money, too.
It's not about fairness.
No, the NCAA.
Yeah. If it was, that would not be the case. They got to make the money.
It wouldn't be an NCAA event if it was about fairness.
Yeah, so, hey, don't say that. This week I am kind of an employee of the NCAA, so watch what you say. I have to read, don't bet on it.
Oh, really?
Don't bet on college sports. I have to read about how great the NCAA is.
The guy that's going to have a gambling guy on in about 30 minutes. You're preaching about don't bet on it?
We're not going to talk about college sports, pro sports only.
I bet you won't do that.
So please watch what you say this week. Mark Emmert's a good friend of mine. We go back a long ways.
The playoff system's great.
Oh, man, college football playoff system could not be better.
Yeah, then you should be applauding their decision to have Old Dominion down in Columbia.
Yeah. Old who? It's all about South Carolina and the money, baby.
They did a great job putting East Carolina as the lucky 13 seed, right?
They did.
Is that what you're saying?
I think everybody who should have got in.
Does the NCAA pay more for PAers than ECU?
No, I don't believe so. I'm a monkey Ellerbe that can read.
Okay.
That's all I am. You put something in front of me, I'll read it.
You're just Ron Burgundy.
That's right.
Stay on the teleprompter.
Chad asking, what size shirts will we have, Ellerbe? Good question for the big men out there.
Small to 2XL.
All right, small to 2X. So, Chad, you might want to go salad from today until Friday.
Yeah, or you might want to get there early, or if you see a lot of other larger people in the parking lot early, because they probably want the 2Xs.
So, I don't know. Usually, never mind. So, yeah, there you go. Small to 2X. There's your answer, Chad.
Yes.
All right, Ellerbe, enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Remember, 9 a.m. UBE Friday. They're free. First come, first serve. Only one per person. Bring your friends, bring your family if you want to get more than one. And let's pack out Clark LeClaire and have a fun East Carolina regional weekend.
All right, we will take a time out. We will come back. Brian Bailey's looking all nice and tan after his week at Clearwater down at the AAC baseball tournament. We will talk about that and get his thoughts on the Greenville Regional when we return on a packed Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Summer is here and I want to invite your son to attend Cliff Godwin Youth Camps. We will offer 3 sessions the weeks of June 28th, July 12th, and July 26th. All camps will be held at Clark LeClaire Stadium and campers will get baseball instruction from members of the 2021 ECU baseball team. Campers will also play games and each camp ends with our famous Pirate Slip and Slide. Full day and half day sessions are offered. For more information, visit cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com. See you there. Go Pirates.
You've worked hard to start your business and are working even harder to make it successful. That's when it's most important to have a community bank and a local banker in your corner. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust. Our team of local bankers care about you, our customer, and the communities in which we all live and serve together. As the business and economic conditions of 2020 threw you many curveballs, our team at Select Bank and Trust remains steadfast in being responsive to your ever-changing needs. In 2021, choose Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
At Tiebreakers, we admit we have a bit of a problem. People love our wings so much that they're starting to sell their home TVs just so they can watch all the sporting events here at Tiebreakers. Seriously, we're glad you love our hand-breaded, hand-cut boneless wings that much, but we really need you to go home at the end of the night. It's okay, we'll be here tomorrow. And when you come back, bring a friend with you. For great food, great friends, and cold beer, we'll see you at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers, break the chain, eat local.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
In studio today with Tony Edwards from AG Home Solutions. And Tony, you love to help people remodel spaces or even do new construction.
We do, and we also can help people find financing when they want to do projects like this. And so we partner with folks like Joey Barrow with Annie Mac Mortgage.
And Joey's in studio with us as well. And Joey, people have a lot of financing questions to be able to help reach the home of their dreams, whether it's remodel or new construction.
No matter how large or small the project may be, we have options for you. Even if you have credit concerns, we provide guidance to help you get the home of your dream or turn the home that you currently have into the home of your dream.
Joey, how can folks get up with you?
You can call us today at 917-8400, or you can go to our website at greenville.annie-mac.com.
And Tony, what about if people have renovation questions? How can they get up with AG Home Solutions?
You can contact us at 947-2526 or check out our website at aghomesolutions.com.
Thanks again to Tony Edwards from AG Home Solutions and Joey Barrow from Annie Mac Mortgage joining us today.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Troy D here, excited about the NCAA Regional Baseball Weekend in Greenville. And Pirate Radio has a special gift for you. Stop by UBE beginning this Friday at 9 a.m. and get your free shirt while supplies last. It's first come, first serve, and only one shirt per person. Get your regional weekend started right at UBE this Friday at 9 a.m. and pick up your brand new Birdhouse Pirate Radio t-shirt for free, exclusively from Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. And go Pirates!
This is Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Heard Mike Houston coming back into the show. When he last joined us, he said he was a big fan of the program Yellowstone. I am all caught up. Just wrapped up season 3 last night, so maybe some Yellowstone spoilers moving forward. And I know our next guest is a fan of that show. I believe Brian Bailey joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Bailey, are you have you caught up on Yellowstone? Are you good with the 3 seasons?
Oh yeah, I was caught up. I started late in season 1, I think, and then I stayed with season 2 and season 3 as it went. And I love the show. It's awesome. You just never know what you're going to see, but it's pretty good.
I believe I read that season 4 will begin on June the 20th, later this month. So I don't know if that's factual or if that's just going around the internet. So later this month, some more Yellowstone for you fans out there, and plenty of time to catch up. All right, Bailey, how was Clearwater? Other than your run-ins with Captain Tight Pants, it sounds like you had a fun time down there in Florida.
Yeah, we did. It's always a good time down there. I mean, they do a great job of the tournament. The problem with the tournament, as far as the fans go, is that it looks like there's nobody there, and there's not a big crowd there, obviously. But all the fans sit up in the shaded areas, and you really can't see them on TV. So I think that's one of the issues that they deal with. But when you just think about everything the tournament has to offer, I mean, the guys get a chance to, go to Clearwater Beach, and they didn't get a lot of beach time, I'll tell you that. But they got, you get a chance to go out with their parents to dinner a couple of nights probably, and just kind of hang out a little bit. And really, it's kind of like team bonding as you go through it. I think, we were all shocked that East Carolina, laid an egg in that first game. But if you think about it, it's good to get that egg laid now or then than this week. So I think they got that bad egg out of their system, and all systems are go, because they played really good baseball after that. They lost in the last game to UCF. It was a close game, and they played pretty well. So I'm looking forward to the regionals now.
And once again, let me say thank you to Brian Bailey. He was our eyes and ears. And when I say our, here at Pirate Radio, the fans out there, great job with all the interviews, Double B. And that was fantastic work. And you made us feel like we were there a little bit without all the sunshine and the beach anyway.
Well, and we got lucky in a lot of ways, because with the NCAA and what's going on with COVID and everything, we really weren't sure what access we would have. But I was able to pretty much get inside the Pirate baseball bubble. I haven't been vaccinated and everything, and they let me have some access. I don't think we'll have similar access this week, though, with the regionals, because just got the email from Tom McClellan, and it sounds like that all the interviews are going to be Zoom-related again. So, and that's unfortunate, but, in this day and age, you got to get through this second year of COVID-19, then we'll get back to normal. But, still, we got a regional coming. We got a big crowd that's going to be there on Friday and Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it.
Bailey, the $1 million question, who would Coach Bailey's starter be on the mound on Friday?
I've been thinking about that a lot since Clearwater. I had a 10-hour drive actually it turned into like a 12-hour drive from Clearwater on Sunday, and I thought about it a lot, and there's so many different ways to look at it. I mean, as Coach Godwin said, guys he's coached with, Hall of Famers he's coached with, they go with their number one regardless. You're looking at a Norfolk State team that has a losing record. You got to think that they're an athletic team. That they're leading the nation in stolen bases. So if you put them on base, you're asking for problems. And the Pirates have had some issues with walks and hit batsmen of late with some of their starters number 3 and 4. So you look at that, and if you go with Gavin in the first game and you have success, and say you go 4 or 5 innings, and maybe he can come back and give you some more innings Sunday or Monday. So that's one way to look at it. You could go with Carson as your number 2. He's pitched really well, and maybe burn him in game 1, and then you've got the rest of your arsenal the rest of the way. They've got a really good bullpen, with Comore and Bridges coming out of there, and some of the other guys. I mean, Garrett Saylor bounced back. As a pitcher, it's like a defensive back. You got to have a short memory. I thought what Garrett Saylor did, coming back and pitching the way he did, was really impressive.
Oh, yeah, they lost that last game, Bailey, but that entire day, just great pitching from the Pirates, especially Saylor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and gave up the back-to-back dingers, but he came back after that and pitched really, really well. I thought that was a very encouraging sign for East Carolina on the mound. So,
Bailey, you gave me a great breakdown there, but did you answer? Who's your starter?
Never did.
Was that by design? I guess.
That's right. It's coach speak. You kind of just bounce around the question. I guess in my mind, I'm going to go, and I hate to say this because fans will be like, "Oh, you're crazy. You shouldn't do it." But I would probably go with Saylor because he pitched so well the last time out.
Wow. Okay.
Cooch Maynor, perhaps, because I still say Cooch Maynor is an excellent pitcher. He's just had some issues, and he's going to find it again. I thought he pitched pretty well. He did give up the home run. Pitched those 2 innings of that one game. Cooch Maynor or Tyler Smith again. I mean, Smitty worries me because he's struggling with the strike zone right now, but he can get it back. He's pitched a lot of big games for East Carolina.
Yeah,
and he's really excellent pitcher at times. And so I'm gonna go with somebody like that and take my chances. I'm gonna beat Norfolk State. If I got to beat them 15-12, I'll beat them 15-12. But I'm gonna have my big guns for games 2 and 3.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, Bailey, I kind of landed on Whisenhunt, and that's a little scary because this will be his first, kind of big moment in a regional, and you kind of like that Smith and those guys have experience. And 2, let's say you go with what you said, maybe a Smith or a Saylor. How much are you going to extend Bridges and a Colmore if you have to that day 1? Because you're going to need them, Saturday on into Sunday, and who knows if it gets to Monday. So not just the starter is a question. Cliff Godwin, Jason Dietrich and company are probably talking about setting up their bullpens as well and how much they want to use those guys.
And that's the other question. If you go with Gavin to start off with, and you get 5 good innings out of him, and then you come, you got a lead, and you come in some of those other guys that haven't pitched all that much, but some of those guys have looked impressive as well. I mean, some of the guys that you really didn't hear their name, mentioned that much during the season, but they came in and did a nice job. So I think it's fascinating, really, when you think about it. And it wouldn't surprise me that any of the people we mentioned will get the start. I mean, I don't think there's so many different ways to look at it, and I just think that, we hang on, and I think what Coach Godwin said was he was going to probably wait until Wednesday, maybe even into Thursday. After the start.
Brian Bailey joining us. Norfolk State first on the docket. Charlotte and Maryland also coming to Greenville for the Greenville Regional. What did you think of the draw ECU got as far as the regional goes with the opponents, Bailey?
I thought it was a really good draw because, in talking to some of the coaches beforehand, and even when we were down in Clearwater, the speculation was that Duke would be coming here, that North Carolina State would be coming here. And really, those games, they take on a life of their own as far as the rivalry goes. And you remember in 19, all the talk was that Saturday night build-up for NC State and East Carolina is going to be packed.
Yeah.
And they lose, and they're playing, an elimination game at 12 noon. And, and Jake Agnes comes out and shuts down the Wolfpack. So, I think that this way, you've got teams, we know a little bit about, don't know much about Maryland. Last time we heard about Maryland was when Cooch Maynor threw the perfect game. And Charlotte, of course, we saw Charlotte early in the year. I haven't gone back to look at those games against Charlotte to see who pitched and who pitched well, but I think that's going to be part of the equation as well.
Brian Bailey joining us. And then how about the matchup with the who you line up with as far as the super goes with Vanderbilt. Obviously, I asked Ellerbe earlier how many college baseball players he could name that don't go to ECU, and he's basically said 0. But even the novices know the names Rocker and Leiter, and those are the top 2 aces for Vanderbilt, who have been really good all year. Those are going to be, top end draft picks in Major League Baseball. That I think that has folks a little nervous if you are able to get past the Greenville Regional teams.
Well, I think we've seen so much through the years that you don't even think about anything like that. I mean, obviously you can look at it, you can see what the matchups will be if you get to that point. But I think that they're laser focused. I think the loss to the Q school, Quinnipiac, or however you say it, has really to its core shook the program that, hey, this thing can happen. So, we got to concentrate on what we've got right in front of us. And I think it's paid dividends, all season long. Coach would always say, we just got to, stay in the moment, stay in focus, one game at a time, one pitch at a time. And sometimes as a reporter, all the guys say the same thing, but really that's what they want them to do. And I think they've done a good job of that all year. I think the only time they didn't do a good job of that was at the end when they already clinched the American and they had those 3 games that they didn't play very well.
Brian Bailey joining us today on the Fixed NC Live Line. Bailey, I don't even know. I think we'll save other sports topics for when we're done with baseball, because we are all wrapped up in this Greenville Regional coming up on Friday. And I tell you what, Bailey, it's going to be a packed house, just like it was in 2009 when ECU was able to win the Greenville Regional. And Shirley, let's hit the Bailey, Channel 9. I told you earlier when I saw you here at the studio, Bailey, you do an awesome job of narrating what happened here in this game. And I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I will play the end of it. This is Bailey's sportscast from that night with the video and with the crowd rocking. And here's how it sounded.
The Pirates get back into things. In fact, they cut the lead down to 7-6 in the 8th. And then it looked like South Carolina would clinch it here. Jackie Bradley Jr. with the shot to right field, the home run. And the Gamecocks had a 9-6 lead. So we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 9-6, 2-on for Devin Harris. And there you see it. Devin Harris will tie the game with a 3-run bomb. The jungle's going nuts. The stands are going nuts. We are tied at 9-9 with that berth. That's why we built that field, with that berth and the Super Regionals on the line. So Harris is the hero once, and then again in the 10th. Kyle Roller is the runner at second. I think I run faster than Kyle does, but he gets in there and scores. The big fella scores the game winner. Devin Harris is the hero. The Pirates win it 10-9. The final. East Carolina wins the Greenville Regional on a great night at Clark LeClaire Stadium.
Man, as Ruffin McNeil would say, you can't fake that. Those are goosebumps. You get the chills hearing that, Bailey. You did an awesome job with that, and you're living it as it happens, and then you have to go back to the station and put it all together. And you were saying earlier today, like, none of that was really that was like a freestyle, if you want to use a rap term. Bailey was freestyling up there talking about those highlights, and that was awesome, man.
It just turned out to be one of those, because we've all had nights. You could ask Weaver or North or any of those guys that you have good nights and bad nights, and you hope your good nights fall on a night that deserves a good night. And that good night did fall on the right night. That was just a lot of fun putting that thing together. And I was telling you earlier, the whole Kyle Roller, I felt bad after I finished. I was like, man, I just told Kyle Roller he was slow.
Yeah, no need to insult Roller and all that, Bailey, but hey, I'm sure he was okay with it since they won.
I'm sure he was too, but it was a lot of fun doing those highlights, and that was a big night in Clark LeClaire history. I really thought when Jackie Bradley Jr. hit the home run that it was over. I mean, I thought, you come all the way back in a game like that, and then to have that happen, and South Carolina was really good. They had some really good players.
Well, I was going to say, earlier in that highlight, you mentioned Jackie Bradley Jr., who is still playing in Major League Baseball. Another guy, an all-star, Whit Merrifield. You announced one of his highlights. He's with the Royals, of course. He's an all-star. They had a stacked team. And Devin Harris, the hero, we'll talk to him coming up Thursday right here on Pirate Radio Live, relive some of those memories with him.
That'll be fun. He's a good guy, and that was a great moment. One of the greatest moments in Pirate baseball history.
Bailey, thanks for joining us today, man. We appreciate it. Have fun this weekend. I know you will. I know you've been waiting to see a packed Clark LeClaire, and you'll finally put your eyeballs on it coming up on Friday.
I can't wait to hear that roar of that crowd. You know, at noon on Friday, I hope there's a big crowd. I know on Saturday, if the Pirates win that first game, that Saturday night game, absolutely slam-packed, and it'll be the hottest ticket in town. But let's get through that first one first, as Coach Godwin would say. But it's just nice to be on a national stage. You know, East Carolina has a bad rap in some respects, but, you know, the Pirates deserve to be on a national stage. This is a great place. Mike Houston's